All right, hey, we are. This is part 2. We got disconnected. I think StreamYards had, once I shut it down, I must have stopped it automatically or something. So there you go. We're back on. A whole different stream. But since I won't have access to it later, I kept the previous stream up. So thank you, Allie Cake, Sandy Shirley, Claire Marvel, Dixie Hippie, Wise Child, Lynette Eades, Dixie Hippie gifted a membership, Wendy Woobles gifted 5, Grant, Jeepers, Brown Eyed Girl gifted 5, Jim Lawn, Tracy gifted 1, then Richard Watts, Patty Jensen, MM, The Minds Behind True Crime, My Vespa, Tania, Giles, Christopher, Marshburn, Leanne Bell, Michelle H, Wendy Woobles, 41 months, then Michelle H, Alley Cake, Dixie Hippie, Ralph K, David, Karen Dilkey, Stacy Facey, 5 memberships, then Chuck Knob, and then M and D Cerna. All right, so thank you on that. Wait, there was more. Hold on. D Cerna, then My Vespa, Carrie Summers gifted 1, then this account, Amy Lemoyne gifted 1, Val Gal, Terry S, Roland 59, and Carrie Summers, and Van Dandale. So thank you over there. Now moving this one back into its... All right, well there you go. So yeah, we still need the support from the people watching the channel. I know we just lost 400 and something people that we won't be getting back because people are fickle and they just, you know, get too antsy. They can't wait around. So we won't be getting those back, but need you guys' support from the people that are still watching. All right.
All right.
It's just crazy looking at these rooms that we've seen a million times, but there's just more stuff in them. What are you talking about, M. Tim? I'm right here. Oh, you're still on the other stream? Oh, okay. I was looking at the other chat over there. So we're on this one. All right. Got 123 now. And yes, the screen's dark now. Don't complain.
Okay. Nobody's allowed to leave for now. Okay. Just stay here for me, please.
Yeah, I always think those are like passive-aggressive attacks when people go, yeah, I fall asleep to your show all the time. But maybe it's more like they're just so late sometimes that people fall asleep.
Let's clear it. Thanks for...
God, just think how crazy it would be to see your best friend like that.
Okay. I'll just start down here. Police department.
It's okay, Callie. There it is, Jessica Schubach trying for a wave. Will it happen on a night like this?
Police department.
Mazda Police Department, if you're in here now, yourself.
Yeah. I'm sure people are just sitting there watching. But look, he does have to kind of slide by the table.
Roscoe, please comment.
But it's big enough where you can get through it. Or just a second, let me open up my... And you can actually see the footprints in the snow on the first officers that got there. So you can put to rest the idea that there was already an officer that was walking back and forth. Those footprints have a good chance of being Kohberger's footprints.
Clear.
Nice, Sally Cake. I don't know, because they're victims' rooms, and I don't know why they blocked off the room that's just, the person editing didn't realize that the one room on the right is just a storage room. That's what I would guess. But it's also, a lot of times they don't let you see stuff inside of a residence for some reason.
Please start it.
See, now this is at the top of the stairs, you guys. So this is totally different than what we had. So, I mean, when you... Oh, wow. This is like... Is this even the right one? Yeah. I don't have the roof on it or anything, but... You go in the house, and you go to the top of the stairs. They just went up these, and at the top, they've got all kinds of stuff there. See? Like, I don't have any of that. Looks like maybe a refrigerator, some little storage things. There's the window. It's a little higher up than I have it. It's probably up more like there. Now they're into Kaylee's room. Thanks, Lillian.
Dude.
And so this whole area here,
Clear.
So he was just looking into Madison's room. Yeah, so then that part right there is just basically coming out right here. He's standing right there, and then he's going to probably go back down.
We're clear. Let me just secure the out.
It's been a tough one tonight, Dixie Hippie, compared to yesterday. But of course, yesterday we donated $1,000.
Side first. So.
Go to the front door.
There's a back entry. I was going to start taping it all off.
Brian's taping the outside off.
Okay.
Where's the...
There are two right here.
Now there's no audio here. So that would be the bathroom that that's why I don't believe the DoorDash driver saw somebody in this bathroom. That's too high. I think it was in the living room and she thought it was the top floor from her angle or something. Why'd they have to black that out?
I got in there. Shut the door in there.
What's that on the screen up there? Oh, you're not seeing that. You're right. So yeah, this is on Law and Crime. Make sure to go check it out if you want to watch it uninterrupted, like I do. Now you can tell this officer's been he's really affected. So there's the beer pong. So it does seem like you could just kind of move off. You know, like you go in and you just go to the left or right. See, he just kind of walked right on by there.
Check with the prints.
Yeah, see, he noticed those footprints right away. Hold on, let me go back.
Check with the prints.
What about right there? I think that might actually be blood spatter. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of like two even dots, but I don't know. Not something else. God, isn't that weird? That's just so crazy how, like, pixelation... That's actually a piece of paper. I don't know what that is, actually. Maybe there's something there that they're marking, but... No, see, look at that. Isn't that weird? Like, you can't even see the paper when you go back a little bit. Watch. See that? From over there, all you see is the two dots, right? And then you go even right there. See, right there, you can start sort of seeing something. It just shows you how crappy some of these... But apparently they said there's some blood even in here on these cabinets in here. So how'd that happen? I wonder if he, like, you know, flicked it in there, the blood off the knife for a moment. But you can see right there. I mean, see how you can see the footprints out in the snow there? Yeah, no, it's not a passive regret. It just feels like that. I've put people to sleep on my show. See, look at those. All right, so here we go. Watch. Here we go. Boom. And right there, there's actually, that's where blood's coming out of Xana's room, which is right there. You can see it just slight. I know exactly where it is. Those little lines right there. So if you made it bigger, just go back a little bit. Yeah, right there. That's coming out of that room. That is just crazy. What was he? I mean, he must. I bet he ran around to the right here.
There's nothing else out there. Do you want me to go back there and start IDing people? Okay.
I'm going back a little bit. It's Who Bundy. Hey, thanks Anne Berlin for gifting 5 memberships. Very kind of you. Thank you. Hopefully you guys stick around after your free month runs out. They said that there's blood on that table there. I was trying to see if you could see it. Yeah, the thing is, you have to have the original video that they sent out that would be probably clearer than this one. Probably 4K.
There's nothing else out there. Do you want me to go back there and start IDing people? Okay. It's a...
Yeah, so they're sending away the paramedics. Well, anyways, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to just keep watching it over and over and over again. I don't know what's different now. I mean, yeah, well, where are they, Juju Bean? Did you send them to me? Did you email them to me? Did you... Let's see, do I got them? No, you didn't send them. So why are you telling us this? Yeah, did you send it to me, Juju Bean? Because I've been trying to go there and I don't see it. So why are you telling us if we can't go to it? All right. So you sent me something else. Where is that link to? Okay, thanks. Where is that link to, though, that you sent? I mean, does that go right out to their site somewhere else? Or did somebody download it and then... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're here. All right, so I guess we got to go to that. Yes, what? Yeah, I know. Indiana State Police has it. The link wasn't working about 2 minutes ago. Is it now working somehow? I'm going to go there. I mean, Idaho State Police, not India. Let's see. Public, I'm just going to see if it works the same. If you're looking for the portal archive. Yeah, so their archive still doesn't work. The one that you were from earlier. Jesus, this is stupid. I just want to see. I saw the link worked. I just want to see what the hell this is doing. Yeah, it's the same thing. You go to their site and it's not there. I did. I went to the records. I typed it in. It's not there. See this right here? Here it is. Moscow homicides. They still just have this one from a while ago. Although it does say 2 attachments. Let me see if I click. Okay, there you go. You have to click on the same one, and there it is right there. So now when you click on that, there you go. Boom. Right here. Okay, I just wanted to make sure like where they're coming from. All right, there you go. So we got them. Yeah, so they must have, their site was down for a long time, and now it's back up. So let's take a look at these. Thanks for sending me that. This whole thing, this process gets so frustrating for us, you know, the people who actually do this. All right, hold on. I'm about to open them up. So this is a PDF file. Okay, so you just, I guess, page at a time. All right, there's Ethan's Jeep. There's the front of the building. Thank you, Juju Bean, for continuing to look. I just sat there and tried to open it off the side of the screen while the video was playing 100 times. And then they must have just got it back up. So this must be that night, like, you know, the evening after. I'm not sure why you would take photographs in the evening. Yeah. Okay, so if you use up 25 photos on cars. Occasionally classy. Yeah, hit that like, everybody. And if you're out there, if you could please help support the channel tonight. We've had some technical difficulties moving around, etc. We're kind of struggling tonight compared to recent nights. We want to kind of keep the momentum going for the month so that this could be one of our good months at the end. I don't want to fall backwards again. That's not what I was trying to do. It was right here. Okay. So, I mean, if the camera was panned just to the left, you'd see the blood, unfortunately. God, I just did it again. Coming out of the house there. And those are the footprints right here. Oh, so these are like, they're really on these. So that's the stump they're talking about. And right here, is that what they're looking at? Okay, there's a footprint. It's a college house, Simpson. Doesn't that make sense? Footprint. Oops. I wonder what size that is. There's the back. Yeah, it's pretty good for like a PDF file. Obviously not Kohberger's. It's a kitchen window. That's Dylan Mortenson's window right there. There is the retaining wall that I talked to you guys about earlier. And it's even easy to get down right there. You know, it's not hard. The hardest part would be park in the back. See, this is where I think he parked, and it came down right next to that tree there. You know, either that one or there might be another tree right around the corner. That one right there. So this, I think he parked right over here and went down right there. Just simple. See how easy it is? I mean, this is a really good illustration of how, like, it's just open back there. See this? Just simple. You know, you're just walking around and... All right, you guys, we're having one of those massive lulls until Linda Vivian just helped out. Thank you very much. That's not blood, Kohberger's. I know you want it to be. It isn't. Well, what is it then, Gray? Probably it's just some dirt with some water that hit it. How did dirt get up there, Gray? Well, how would blood get up there, you idiot? So I can have conversations with the Kohberger's. This is over on the east side of the house. That's the front door. Entering in. To the right is the storage unit. In front of us is the bathroom. Right there. That's the bathroom. And around the corner is the utility room. That's the storage unit. That's just right behind the door. To the right, that's the storage unit entry right there. There's a mirror. Spending a lot of time photographing meaningless shit here. I mean, you got to do it, though. And then there's the stairs in the background that go upstairs. That is the bathroom that you can see right when you open the door. Down on the ground, it looks like those, what are those called? They taste like hot cinnamon, or like, you know, red hot, that one drink. Forgot the name of it. And there's the bathroom that's inside of the bathroom. Fireball, there you go, that's the one. And then there's probably the toilet in the bathroom. Yeah. Man. And then they're still just in the bathroom. My God, how many more pictures you can take of that? All right, then up the stairs. Here we go. We're going up the stairs now. Now that's up to the top of the stairs. There's the backpack. There's the couch in the living room. There is where the TV was, and it's even turned over towards the couch. Probably where they're watching that show. And it seems like they have a lot of these kind of lights around the house, so it's probably pretty light in there most of the time. I imagine this is kind of what the lighting was, other than it's daylight. So, you know, the ambient light coming from outside, you know, through the windows is the only thing that's different, I would think. I bet you that was on, that lights over there was on, these accent lights were on. It's probably easy for Kohberger to navigate around in there. This is the bathroom by Xana's room. I think that's Xana's door. That's in the bathroom itself. Hold on. She had black jeans on. So I don't know, you know, whose those are. Yeah, so this is in the bathroom. I guess there's a washer and dryer in there. So there were some images out there that are pretty accurate. I mean, I didn't have any idea what was in there. And then this is looking from Xana's room. Here's the knife that Hunter had put on the table earlier. And let's see. Yeah, so maybe that's sort of like smudged blood or something. Or I don't know if that's, yeah, that's, I've got red on my screen because I put this erasable marker sometimes to do stabilization frame by frame. I put it right there and I move each time. It's too hard to explain, but yeah, I know where I am in the house. You can just trust what I'm saying. I'm not like the ones that don't know what the hell they're looking at. All right, there it is. And maybe that's a little bit of blood there. Don't know. Maybe that's some. Has nothing to do with the knife, though. This is in Dylan's doorway, filming out to towards the kitchen. That's the stairs that go up. There's the linen, pantry right over here, and that's the kitchen back there. And then this little turn to the right, there's a little tiny step that goes up, and it goes into the living room. All right, You guys trust me on that one? That's exactly what it is. And that's still in Dylan's doorway looking into the kitchen. There is the DoorDash bag. You know, the Jack-in-the-Box. There's the pantry, the steps that go up. There's the kitchen. And, you know, you can see the stairway that goes, the second flight goes up inside there. There's the open, so that's how much the door was open, the slider, likely. All right, you guys, massive lull alert, massive lull alert. All right. In here, there's the bag. Looked like there's still food in it. Almost like she got it and was like, I don't know, it's weird. It's, I mean, it just could just be sitting there puffed up. We don't know. But. Yeah, it's crazy. These clear photos are like really, this is probably what, you know, they're taking pictures. And I guess this is daylight. I mean, this is nighttime, those pictures earlier, right? Let me go back up there really quick. Around 1:38. So when these pictures were taken, those are all at night anyways. Even these, so this might be what it looked like in there. I think they're probably trying to imitate what it looked like. You know? This is probably how they found it. Weird. Look at that. I got that accurate recently. See that? Not too bad. Got the stove below it. The only part I don't really have is the sink's not where I have it. Look, even the this is height above the sliders pretty close. See that? Not bad. Gray, I really don't care about your animation. I just want to see the pictures. Yep, we're going over them. All right. But I'll tell you what, how about if you guys do 10 more channel memberships tonight, I'll donate 5 myself. Does that sound good? Just 10. You guys can do it. All right, so there's that table. I have this in there. Let me see what I have for that. I guess I don't see it from that angle. I do have that in there, but I'm not sure how much space I gave it. But man, you could really make a good model now with all this shit. I might be able to put it in. I like that table. $10 memberships, guys. 10 memberships. Then I'll donate 5. Then we'll have 20. So there it is. Apparently they said that there's blood on some of these cabinets over here. Yeah, it's actually not as cluttered, or, you know, it's weird. It feels like I've seen this stuff a million times, you know. Hey, look at that. There's Ishi Says, and Courtney Rose. There's 2 of them. Now, does anybody really think that these handprints are Kohberger's? Come on. Probably some night at a party and somebody put their hands on there. I knew exactly where this was. That's the top of the landing of the stairs that go upstairs, because it's just I built this whole model and I remember making this portion. And then this is going up the stairs. There is the window. And then turning. It's so creepy to me, guys, because it's like, I was so intimately trying to build these things, even putting the hand railing on, and you know, I mean, look, watch this. All the freaks have seen this a million times, haven't you? It's just like you just look at this. Okay, so I go over here, then I go up the stairs, then I go into Xana, and then watch. Here we go up these stairs. Watch this. And then right there, there's the little rail on that side, and then go to the top of the stair. See? And they have a light switch on there. And then, you know, it's hard to know exactly where to put it, but that's looking back down. And my God, I've seen that 100,000 times too, because I made my animation with that. So after you go to the room here, then you go down the stairs. Now they're on the next set like that. You know, basically a little bit kind of like this. Looking back down, there's the beer pong table. Hey, thanks. She says again. So how many do we got right there? 4. Do we have 4 of them? Or let's see. 1. No, 1, 2 gifted memberships. All right. So we need 8 more gifted memberships. And this is at the top of the stairs. Again, really clear picture of like the refrigerators, etc. Or whatever those are. I mean, I think 2 of them are like mini fridges, and then some dressers, and I mean, it's just so classic college, you know. Cheeto bag up there. Hey, thanks, Lexi Staff. And this is around the corner. I bet you these accent lights were on. I think that's Kaylee's door there. Yeah, top of the stairs on the left. You can see the rail and the light switch. Kaylee's door again. The bathroom to the right is Madison Mogan's room. They probably won't show that. That's the toilet in the bathroom. Yeah, nothing was happening in there. This is the hallway. Out to the left is Dylan Mortenson's room. I didn't think they were going to show those. And then these are the stairs going down. Now they're outside by the kitchen slider. Hey, welcome, Christina. And also welcome up there to, we had She Says and Courtney Rose. All right, so okay, so yeah, I think we're at 3 more now. Would be good. All right, so that screen is off right there, and that may or may not have anything to do with Kohberger. Don't know. I doubt it. I already knew that it was open. The slider. Back to the handprints again. I bet you there isn't another channel out here that can quickly go to and tell you where each shot was. You know, that's why I was just so wanted. If there was a trial, man, we would have just been nailing this whole thing. So kind of a disappointment. It would have been a time for my channel to really shine and show the difference. But we don't get to do it. And I think it would have been so interesting, you know. Yeah, they spent a lot of time on that. Those little glass shots there. That was the front door. I think this is the front door to the house. And they're back to the bathroom again. That's yeah, there's a little something there. I don't know what that is, but all right, we got we need, what were we at? What did we get here? We got 1, 2, wait, Senate free, okay, membership. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've only got 5 gifted memberships. We need 10 of those. All right, that's what we're looking for. So we need 5 more still. The other ones were just people that joined the channel. Thank you. Running the house again. Back to some more car shots. Yeah, it'd be cool if they went over by the garbage. Maybe we could see if that glove is sitting there. All right, these are interesting because this is what I was talking to you guys about earlier. See that? There's a tree there, and then there's a tree right here to the left. Look how simple it is to just walk down, and then you're right behind the house. You don't need to be way back behind and, trying to traipse through trees, etc. Thank you, Christina. What troll? You mean the troll burgers? She probably couldn't see this because that light. It was like blurring out the light for her at night. Now, I want to get to that point where I can show you guys what I came up with today. You guys would be pretty, the people that watched it on my members only live stream, you could probably go watch it. It's only like 25, 30 minutes, but it's pretty, I think it's kind of compelling stuff. So this is around the side of the house. So right around, this is Xana's room right here. Right there. This is the storage room here. This ladder, for some reason, stayed in the same spot for like 6 months. I mean, it was just crazy. It's like almost like in the Kanika Jenkins case, there was a Starbucks cup in the kitchen where her body was found, and nobody touched that thing for like 2 months. Five more channel membership giftings. You can do it. I'll tell you where I thought he parked. I'll go through my whole thing with you guys because I'm going to make a video for tomorrow. You guys just have to watch it again because it'll be more clear than what I would be explaining it. I've got it all in order now. I think I know exactly where he parked. I proved without a doubt that he did not park in the deep back part. Like if you're looking at the, let me open up Google Earth. There it is, Google Earth. All right, so let me turn off all this garbage. What the hell? Cancel. I go up here and just kind of turn it all off, and I'm 100% certain that Kohberger did not park back here anywhere. He was not back in any of these spots right here. Any of them. He had to have parked right here or further, and further down. In fact, I think he was parked here, did some scouting around, and when he was ready to go, he moved his car up to there, walked down a really simple hill, went around in the house, and then when he's done, he just goes boom right around and gets right back in there. Does it, he may have done is like had a little plastic bag or something set up over here where he changed his clothes really quick, put it in there, and then he goes up into his car and got the hell out of there. That's what I think. But I proved without a shadow of a doubt that he did not park back here. It's possible that, however, when he went into the house, so he pulls up here and then he walks back up here anyways and kind of gets one more look in and then goes down here. But when he's leaving, he can just take a quick left and get right to his car. So I think those footprints are exactly those might be his. All right. So if, let's say we have to work in the footprints. So he would have parked, moved his car here, walked up, looked down there really quick, and just kind of went down. It only took like 30 seconds walking, and they said like 9 seconds running. So, he may have came down like this, stepped on where those footprints are, after monitoring one last time, then goes into the house, kills everybody in the house, or, not everybody, but 4 people. Then he exits. When he's finally leaving, he can just take a left and go right around the house. It's the easiest thing you've ever seen. And that's just what I think based on, and it's all based on information that's in the files. Not just, I didn't just sort of, willy-nilly say it. 100% though on where the car parked. It did not park back there, and they keep saying, "Oh, maybe it parked back." Bull crap, man. There is no chance. I'll prove it to you. All right, back to the front of the house. They're back to the bathroom again. Not sure what they're, you know. Like, I guess you got to take pictures of all this stuff. There's the front door. None of this stuff matters on the first floor, so that's why I'm skipping through it. That's the utility room. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That must be a little thing underneath the... That might be near the kitchen, if that's what we're looking at there. No, it looks like it could be down there underneath the... well, there's stairs that go up. So that would have to be almost in... I mean, if that exists, and that's on the first floor, that would be in Bethany's room, but on the ceiling, so it doesn't really make sense. So that seems like that's upstairs by the... I mean, it might be the pantry. I don't know. That's one that... I didn't model that one out, I can tell you that. So here's up in the living room. Got the sofas and everything. Well, they must have moved the beer pong table at this point. Yeah, the Doc Martens that everybody has. So that's it, you guys. We're not going to get to the 5 gifted memberships. Calling all freaks. Calling all freaks. We need 5 gifted memberships. Then I'll donate 5 myself. All right, here we go. There is the... This is the bathroom next to... Oh, that... Are they actually... This is... This. I mean, that's probably Xana's room. But it's... I don't see anything there. I mean, this is the one on the left. Her door opens like that. Yeah, that is Xana's room. Yep. And they've moved stuff around. There was a little... those... Whatever that is, I think was on the floor a minute ago. All right, Love Boston got one of them. Now we're back to the... let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many do I got? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I get a boom? Pretty good. Pretty good. Got the good vibes. I made that good vibes sign one time, but I never put it into the scene. Kitchen shot again. So I don't know where that other shot of the stairway would have been. That's a weird one. That's sort of in the closet, because this is a closet that has a look like that. But that one looked low. Like, see that? Those are the steps going up. 4 more memberships, you guys. I'll tell you what, I'll count the ones that people did on their own as 1. So we just need 3 more. So it looks like they shut that and put tape on it. But it doesn't lock, so eventually they take these stools and place them on the ground there. So this is like later on. I think the bodies have all been removed. Yeah, just kind of going back through it, I guess. It's a very simple house, by the way. It's not like everyone goes, oh, it's so complicated. It isn't. So they're going back upstairs again. You know, but when you look at this, it doesn't look like everybody perceived it was going to look like, right? Hey, thanks, Megs B. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel and everything. We're just trying to have a good month here, and maybe be able to, you know, I'd like, we've already given out 1,500 this month. And this is one of those months, if I can just keep flowing into the end of the month, we might be able to give out like $5,000 total, which is $5,000 more than every other true crime channel gives out each month together, combined. So that's pretty good. So here we go. There's the bathroom right next to Madison Mogan's room. I'm sure Kaylee and Madison shared this. And then there's the stairs again going down. You know, this is really lit up in here. I wonder if we should look for, you know, we could maybe try to look for, the donations go to, well, let's see. If if you want me to tell you, we've given away $265,000 since January of 2020. We've given the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children close to $30,000. We've given Texas Equisearch close to $30,000. We've given RAIN close to $30,000, and that's violence against women. So that's $90,000 there. We've given $103,000 to our DNA fund for identifying Jane and John Does through Identifiers International. We've given $18,000 to our scholarship fund, where we give three $2,000 scholarships out each. We've done, now we're at $18,000, so we've given out. First year we did two $3,000, and then we did three $2,000. Now we're doing three $2,000 again to students in the criminal justice world, and then we've given lots of donations to other places like missing, black and missing, and indigenous charities, etc., etc. So there you go. All proven, every single one of them on the screen. You can call them up and ask. Go ahead. Thanks, Chris. So how many do we need more now? What were we at? We got 1, 2. We need one more of those, right? I think. I don't know. That feels like we were. Yeah. So we need one more gifted channel membership. Inspector Todd, 5,000 more. What? Yeah, well, hopefully this month we've given out 1,500 so far. This year so far we have done 27,551. Our best year ever was 62,000. That was during the pandemic, 2022. 57, 2023, 49. And so I'm hoping if I have a great last 5 months of the year here, 4 months, we can somehow beat this one. So at the end of this month, I'm hoping to be over 30. If we do 3,500, we'd be at 31,000. So that'd be sweet, right? And then that means we would be above the first year, and then we're on a good track to beat 2021. But anyways, so on my channel, I'm always trying to get people to support the channel, so it helps my channel survive, and also allows us to give at the same time. Jeez. Okay. I have this little stool thing that has my leg sitting on top of it, so I'm trying to get my foot fixed here. All right. Thank you. So here we go. And you guys are, without you guys supporting the channel, we wouldn't be able to do it. Because I make ad revenue money, and we get membership monies and all that, but the super chats and everything is what makes it extra for us to be able to do the giving. I mean, if you can tell me another channel in 5 years that's given over $250,000, you let me know. But I just sort of found something that works for all aspects. If I didn't do it, I could just sit here and do the ad revenue and just whatever people wanted to send in whenever they wanted, and I'd probably be able to survive. I wouldn't be able to donate anywhere or anything like that. But yeah, they never tell you that, SBA. Yeah, there's a whole troll community out there that they attack me endlessly on a nightly basis, but they never tell you that behind all what we're doing here, that we've given way over $250,000 so far. They never tell you that part. That's because it doesn't fit the story that they want to tell. All right. Anyways, let's keep going through the pictures. We're at 294. And there we go. There we go. Down the stairs. So it's really lit up in here now. So I'm wondering if some of this stuff, is there any, you know, they seem to say that there was like some blood spatter on some of this. Yeah, I bet you there's stuff on these stairs for sure, with the knife dripping. And that's not Kohberger's car. I don't know. Somebody, they said that there's Kohberger's car, and I go, how would Kohberger's car be in there? Maybe it's at the end. Well, thanks, Babs22, but I couldn't do it without all you guys, that's for sure. That's Kaylee's deck. Looks down over. I wonder if this door was open. See, this is interesting. Was this open just like this? And if so, then that's the answer to the question of Murphy. What am I looking at? Oh, oops. Sorry, I was on a different screen. Hey, see, it works when you guys say that. Super chats really get my attention, though. I tell you that. Let me go back. Oops, not that direction. This one right here. So they're just looking like right here, going down the stairs. This is all we had right here. That shot was the next one. I was just trying to see. It's so lit up, you'd think you'd be able to see any kind of spatter or anything like that. And then we're back in. This is Kaylee's deck right here. Now look at that tape there. Now are they saying like this is how it was? Or are they having it open to sort of let air into the house? You know, we don't really know. But it's interesting, isn't it? Like if that was open, then Murphy would have been able to run out there. And I wonder, you know what? Can we zoom in? Let's zoom in. Is that pause in the snow? Because I think that is. And that would kind of mean that, wouldn't it? Right there. Aren't those like Murphy paws? That'd be pretty weird. Right around in there and maybe over here. Doesn't look like footsteps, I can tell you that. That's something to think about. I mean, that looks definitely like paw prints. And look at what he was right there barking, barking, barking. Yeah, it's like almost like he's like, let's just say that this is Murphy, and he's standing right there and he's just like hopping around, barking at who's ever outside there. Just an observation. Those don't look like footprints from humans. It looks like, you know, more like what a dog might leave. Don't you guys agree? I don't really see anything that would make you think, oh, that's like a person standing there. You know, maybe that one. I don't know. It's just. That might be a footprint there. I don't know. Yeah, and then that's the window on the staircase that goes up, and then the far window over here is Madison Mogan's room right there. Sometimes I just say their names, like I don't even know why. There's one time I corrected myself in a video and I kept saying Xana, and like I'd say, okay, Xana and Maddie were in the bed. Then I go, Kaylee and Xana, and then I went, what the hell am I saying? I know who's in there. It's ridiculous. But there's just so many names. I wonder what this is. Like, that's probably the dog chewed apart that mattress there. I don't know. Is that in Madison's room? I can't tell. Oh, interesting. So there was a. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so there's a. This is on the first floor, and that is in Bethany's room here. I thought there was one up higher. I guess that's just in my mind, I guess. That's right. Okay. So this is in her room, and then above, the stairs continue, and there's a little bit of an angled ceiling that goes up in there. That's right. Okay. I'll show you. Yeah, so right there is that little closet door. I don't have it, but then the stairs continue up, and it looks like that up there. Yeah, what the hell is this though? That seems like a mirror maybe leaning against the wall. Now we're back out into the living room. Good vibes. Yeah. So this is another sort of similar to that one down in Bethany's room, but taller. Pantry. There's the couch. Yeah, we know it's a mirror. Yeah, we know it's a mirror. You don't need to keep repeating it's a mirror. That's Ethan's vehicle. Good vibes. And now you can see the stools keeping the door shut. Looks like they see this is after they put the what's a blue star on everywhere, even on the counter, the cabinets over the side, and everybody goes, "Oh, that's blood coming out!" Where, without even really thinking about it, doesn't make sense that blood's pouring out of the cabinets because that's the bathroom behind the cabinets. But great. And this is after they've taken everything from the kitchen. I bet if we go back, is there any shot? Look at looks like they've cleaned everything off over here, and they've moved everything over to this table because this orange juice was over there too. We also have the DoorDash bag that says Xana on it. You can literally see her name clearly from this angle here. Look at that. Right there. And that's popcorn. Yep, going up the stairs. Living room, good vibes. Again, looks like they put Blue Star right there on that wall. There must have been some spatter right there. Maybe we can go back and look in that spot. Yep, I got the zoom in on Xana right there. Looks like they put it all over here too. Ah, so I actually showed the inside of it. So they probably ate it, and it was just sort of puffed up the bag. So that was what was in there, empty fries. So she literally just brought the bag back to the kitchen. And probably the garbage cans were full, so she just sat it there. All right, so this is where they did say that there was blood on these cabinets, some cast off of some sort. I don't know. Ah, Jesus. maybe right there. You know, maybe there, these little things. I don't know. That's what that is. I mean, it does sort of seem like maybe that and this and this and, you know, but it is a college kitchen. They did say, though, in the documents that there was blood cast off or something like that on these cabinets right here. That's Jack in the Box. That was probably in the bag. Hell, maybe she was. You know, here's the thing: is when that food got there, it must have been cold as hell. You know, I said cold as ice, and somebody said, "Oh, Gray, that's so rude." That I said that the food must have been cold as ice. What's rude? I didn't even understand what they were saying. I just block people like that. They go, "Oh, I can't believe you said that. You said it was as cold as ice." And I was thinking to myself, yeah, the food is cold as ice, you know. She sat outside from 3:46 and then gave it to you at 4. And then she took, like, you know, 10 minutes to 20 minutes to get there, whatever the hell it was. That food was cold. What could that possibly mean? I thought it said the cabinets, not sink. Anyways, I guess we'll have to look at that. What was a ton of blood on the... Was there a ton of blood on the floor steps, wall? And no, I didn't see any. Didn't look... It wasn't, like, obvious. Yeah, and I said, well, it was also cold outside. So I just removed people like that. They're like the just Karens, you know, the... What do you call them? The ones that just... You know, virtue signal. They probably thought of some crazy meaning of it and assigned it to everybody else's brain. You know, like having men competing in women's sports. It became sort of something that everybody believed was normal, and it just really isn't. You know, women have worked too hard to allow that, but it just sort of became part of society because we're a bunch of crazy people. So maybe when she got the food, she brought it over the microwave over here and was going to heat it up. Wouldn't that be amazing? If, like, she was going over there, and that's why the fries are there, because she was going to heat up the fries and bring them back to the room to eat it, and on the way over there, that's when she heard the noise. I mean, I don't know if that's what it is, but that's pretty wild, right? Unless that's just another day's work. This is at the top of the stairs. I remember the Cheeto. This is the refrigerator. Kaylee's room's just off to the left. Gray, I come here to true crime, not politics, you bastard. Right. All right, so there you go. There's the refrigerator. Okay, so I guess the Elantra is at the end. You could have told me it was like on the last page. So this must be the Elantra later. There it is, you guys. You tell me that's not the car that was driving around? Yeah, nobody knows what you're talking about, James. So you see that right there? I mean, I think this is his vehicle. I mean... I didn't know he had this little black thing on it like that. That's the one him and his dad got. I thought he washed this thing. That looks like the same way it looked when he was driving back home. I don't know what you're talking about. Wow, is that what it looked like? He disassembled it like that? Holy crap. I mean, that's, you know, if that's what it looked like, that's crazy. Talk about disassembling. you know, maybe law enforcement did that, but that's what it sounded like Bill Thompson said it looked like. What are you talking about mattress? What are you talking about? Did I skip? I mean, over here? You talking about over here or what? These mattresses? I mean, you guys are like, okay. All right, let's go back up to the top now. Because you guys are so focused on the mattress. Oh my God, the mattress. Ooh. Yeah, you mean like the blood up in here, right? Underneath the mattress. I would say that that mattress there is Madison Mogan's mattress, based on where this is. Ethan Chapin would have been over on this side. All right, that's probably Madison Mogan's mattress. And then that's probably that pooling area that we saw in that one picture. And then the other one, don't see it. Nothing else over there. All right. But the other one's probably Xander Kernodle's, you know, the one under in the blue, like, you know, that one over there, if that's a mattress. I don't know. Probably not. Looks kind of like what they took away that one day. We don't know, Simpson. We don't know what that is in the green wrap. I just said it could be that. You know, unless we can see it's a mattress, we don't know it's a mattress. All right. Awesome. I was like people who type stuff in, like they have it dialed in, like they know for certain something is something. Yes, we see this over here. I see that. Is that a mattress? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Yeah, somebody knows. You don't. That's what I'm trying to say. Bill Morton, and by the way, we're having a massive lull in here, you guys. So if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, we just want to keep trying to move forward to get these months and days good, right? I wasn't able to make a video today because as I started making the video, I realized I needed to be more, get more stuff in it and listen and look for things, right? So we need you guys' support in here. We've got, you know, membership gifting is always a cool one because then maybe people stick around after. Like he was trying to hide evidence. What? He was in there cleaning it. That's what they said. He disassembled it to make sure that there was no blood in there. Hey, thanks, Linda Vivian. All right. Well, anyways, we went through all the pictures. Let me go back a little bit and see when, you know, some of those really light shots on the stairway. Let me go back. Not that one. I mean, just overall, it seems there isn't a, you know, like when you they can find the little cast off spots here and there, but when we look at it, just in general, it looks pretty pristine. You know, it's like, you know, apparently there's blood in this room, you know, in this image somewhere, on these walls, on these rails or something, the way they described it. But we don't see any of it. I'm surprised we're not seeing that where they take a picture of stuff like that. And these are over multiple days, these photos here. Hey, Hey, T. Harrison. T. Harrison. She didn't say that first. She said she was screaming that there's somebody here. You're brain dead, T. Harrison. Go do something else. Your brain doesn't work. We all heard it. She told a completely sort of calmer story earlier, and the cop said that she was screaming, but she just said she was like yelling that there's somebody here. And that, right before that, she thought that they were playing up there. What are the spots on the paper towels? I don't know. All right. Anyways, there's that. There's that. It's so weird, isn't it, you guys? Like, for all the freaks that have been around this whole time, don't you think it's pretty amazing? Like, you can just... This is exactly what that house looks like. Just not the furniture in exactly the same spot. I mean, it's just absolutely 100% just boom, 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 boom. I gotta say, if I could punch myself in the arm, I'd do it. Oh, look at Alan just said, Gray, I'm never watching again. Ooh. Yeah. Where is that? I gotta go get Alan. I gotta get your little video again, Alan. We always like playing that from time to time. Here we go. There it is, everybody. There it is. The famous...
TV, do you guys see that? I'm sure they'll get the when I was on Court TV, do you guys see that? I'm sure they'll get the obligatory, I can't believe you had Gray on your show, Vinny. I'm never watching again.
Come on, every time, man. Every time.
I'm sure they'll get the obligatory, I can't believe you had Gray on your show, Vinny. I'm never watching again. When I was on Court.
God, that's good stuff, man. But Gray. Oh, yeah. Yep. Let's see. 1, 2. There, now I got the roof on. Didn't have the roof on, so it didn't look right earlier. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. You want me to do? I'm going to tell you what I was looking at today, all right? You want to see it or not? Okay, I don't even care what your answer is. Check it out. It'll be sort of a walkthrough so I can make my video tonight or, in the morning, easily. All right, so watch this. Here we go. Here is the surveillance footage. So each time, let me just set you up here, I guess. I'm going to have to do that. So when the car comes around on each pass, it comes around like this. And as it's turning, I guess I have that. I wonder if that should be first. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But the headlights hit right up here, right there on that building. All right, as it's turning. So because if you drew a line out, it goes over here. So it has to be turning to hit that, and you even see the direction of the lights. So let's just watch this. Look right up here. This is 1119, and that is one. The building is actually, the front of the building is right there. That's a window, a telephone pole, and another window there. So watch, you zoom in. There's the telephone pole, and then look at the headlights. They hit it, and they go to the right. So that means the vehicle is turning to the right, right? Here's pass number 2. Does the same damn thing. And you can see a shadow of a tree or something. It's not the telephone pole. See right there, that shadow that goes by right there. Okay, and this is pass number 4. It goes around. Boom. Takes it, turns to the right. Oh, I'm going to have to export that. I got to redo that part again. But anyways. Yeah, so then the next video that I've got, let me show you this. So look, this is what an example. Here's the launcher driving. See how the headlights are over there? And then as it turns, the headlights move across that building in that direction. You see that? Were you able to see that? See that? Look. When the headlights turn, they're up here and then they move across right there going in that direction. All right, now look at the second. Now if the car parked back here, watch what the vehicle does. It comes like this and then it turns, and it's not the greatest animation in the world, but the lights go over like that. All right, and then when it gets over here, it can do that. It can turn and hit there, but that's not what's happening, and I can show you why in just a moment here. Let's see if I got it set up correctly. This is why I'm doing this in the order that I'm doing it. Let's see, is this it? Yeah. So right here, this is the final last pass number 4, after he's already done the 3-point turn at Queen and King there. There he comes around. And he goes back behind 500 Queen Road. So here we go. Just watch what I'm going to show you here. Look at the clock. The clock is really important here. It's amazing. So look, it's 4:07:27. Then it comes around the corner at 4:07:28, 29, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Like right there. So in 9 seconds, the headlights hit the top of that building. 9 seconds from now. That means the car was hauling ass around this corner right after this, just like this. Look at, I even have the clock up on here. He goes, just like this, and then he turns, and then boom, the headlights hit the top of the building. Right there, they hit the top of that building. So how in the hell could he have driven back into that back far spot? It's impossible. All right? So it comes around like that, and I just kind of stop it at 4:07:55 or something, right? So it's absolutely impossible for the car to have, what I just showed you, he went really fast just to get the right there even, and then he turns. There's no way he could have gone over here and turned. That's another 5 or 6 seconds. There's only 9 seconds from right here to there, and that's fast. You get it? Does everybody get it what I'm saying here? Okay, I don't need to, who cares about hitting a, God, you guys, I don't care about that, SPA. Nobody cares. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. What do you think? I mean, it absolutely means that the car turned right there, right? 100%. I don't know why law enforcement didn't say, yeah, we think he parked right there, because that's the only possible thing. He's turning, the headlights hit the top of this building, he's turning, and he would stop right there. Okay, so we got that in there. Let's see, and then I have notes where we go out. I have to open up this other shit now. Darn it. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. You always got people that are like missing the point, always wondering about something else. Like if you just focus in on this stuff right here, it's crazy. And we got that one. So where the hell do I have these? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So that one, newer one that I'm going to show you. I have 2 to open up again. I got to open up the, I think it's on in here, maybe. Insta360 December right there. We got that one. Then the other one. Oh man, what was the number on that? Shit. It's going to be tough. Because it's on this external drive over here. And it's underneath the Idaho 2025 Insta 360. Oops. That's not what I was doing. And it's like, I think it's, is it this one? God, will I just get lucky and get the right one? Oh, I might have. I think I did. Oh, amazing. So here I am walking around the building.
That's
right?
where the house was, right there.
Now watch this. I think he parked the car right along here,
Parking
just like
area
that
and
car
the house
is,
went up
facing
there.
in this direction. And I think he parked right next to this tree, maybe just a little up
Yeah, I
from
think
it.
he parked right there. Look how shallow that is.
Look at this.
Easy, just
And that's
step down a couple times.
the house
And
isn't
go
there
back
anymore, but
around
that's
the
the same
house.
retaining wall back there in the back left.
He goes right over there.
So I actually
then like
walked down
this.
here. This is all you had to do. It's just that little
walk
step
down.
down, and then this is wide open back
This
here
is around
without
the front of the
any
house.
hindrance at all. You could have got down right
Right
there
here.
even. Pretty simple. You just come down right here.
And
And then the
sliding glass.
right over here is where the sliding glass door
It's
is
like right over
and
here
the patio,
Right
right?
there. Ish. So you
Simple.
Easily came in.
Absolutely simple to
You can
do.
see the house isn't really that big.
And then, so we got that in there. And then I think the other one I have is if I look at this one here, and as we're walking down, you can see it. So look, this fence is not there. None of this stuff is here. I guess those metal poles were there, but this fence down there was not there. And he just parked like right along here and just stepped right down and just went right around the house right there. Really easy. Okay, so we showed that. Now let's see, move on to the next part. So you have to do like this when I'm... Okay, so... Alright, so this is what I think is happening right here. Look what the time is right here. I don't think he went into the house until like 4:14 or something. And I'm saying that because law enforcement even did a timed walkthrough, and they said 3 minutes is sort of on the outer edge of how long it would take. So here we go. Listen to this right here. Elantra quickly moving down the side street. Listen. Just moving a little bit and then... Oh, and then stops. Like he pulled forward really quick. Now watch, let me just show you this. I really, I think this might be what we're listening to, because there's no other continuation of the car sound. It's just kind of like a car pulling forward and then stopping. All right, now let me just show you. I mean, this is speculation, I have to admit, but it's based on evidence and, just sort of like looking at the scene. So watch this. When the car is, let me just back up a little bit to, that's not where I wanted to go, like way over here. Right here, this is the trees that I was telling you about. So what if you stop right there? Look at the audio. Would go right there, easily make it to the mic on the camera around there. Now when you're back up here, the house blocks the sound and everything. But right there, this would pick it up as it's like stopping, right? And so he parks there. But then, let's say he walked backwards up here, and then he goes up here. If those footprints are his, he may have walked back up here to get one more look, but his getaway car is in the right spot right there to get the hell out of there as quick as possible. So he goes back up here, looks again, and then walks down, back over here, goes on the patio, into the sliding glass door, and then, does what he does. He kills everybody. And just listen to that one more time. Watch this. So here's the car. It was parked at the top first. So if we go in here, let's just go to right there. He's basically parked right here. And from here, you can look right into Madison Mogan's room. So he gets out, he walks around, does stuff, does blood spatter mitigation, and then he pulls forward. And I mean, I don't know if he put something on the ground there. That's the part I don't really know where he did his blood spatter mitigation at. But he's right here, and then at go time, he pulls forward, parks there, walks back up, enters the house from behind over there, and then when he leaves, he just bolts out and takes a hard left, and he's right at his car, and he spends 2 minutes with the blood spatter mitigation, getting all the blood, make sure he doesn't bring it into the car. I'm just saying this because I think it makes sense. I think it matches information. I mean, I was just listening to this, and I go, wow, that sounds like a car moving. So watch. See how it was like a car moving and it stopped. It's like, you hit the gas a little bit and it's like stop. The normal sound of that car driving by isn't like that because you're going around the corner, you don't hit the gas, you're just letting the car kind of go down because it's already moving. He would have had to like hit the gas to get it moving to get to that spot and then stops it. What do you think? Yeah, it's my vehicle, Jeffrey. Does it matter? Jesus, what do you guys even... It's like, do you even pay attention to what the show's about? It's just wild. It's creepy. All right, so we got that. And then after we did that, I would probably show you that, go back to the Insta360 maybe. But then we go over to this one here, and I show you to support the rest of it. That right here, they said when they did a really quick walkthrough with the same amount of stabbing and everything, just kind of acting it out, it took 1:30. When they did it sort of slow and deliberately, still moving quickly, but not running or anything, it was 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Then when they said they went out the back of the house, when they went up through the woods to the back, it took 30 seconds, but then 10 to 12 seconds running. If you go to the left, it was 6 to 7 seconds running, etc. So when they readjusted everything, at the very quickest he could have done it was 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and the slowest is at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's just say 4 minutes, or 4.5, which is crazy. So I have him going into the house at around 3:14. You add 4 minutes to that, it's 4:18, and that's exactly when I think he left the house, runs over to his car. I mean, it really, it's strange how it sort of just matches everything. And then in this, I even put, let's see, I did this right here, watch. So around that time, I put this back in there, and I'm saying, okay, let's just pretend that this is like 4:15, all we do is look at this and say, this is the, something like this happened. Obviously he didn't go into the bathroom, or maybe they don't think he sat down on something. But I'm not going to spend, 47 hours making another video just to remove 2 shots. So like he's in this room, and I have the audio kind of playing. It doesn't really match up or anything. You just kind of have to realize that there's stuff going around in the house. There's Xana going with their little DoorDash bag to the kitchen. And she's like, oh, wow, the door's open, and Dylan's listening to what sounds like people playing upstairs. So she's hearing, like, what was something going on upstairs, It doesn't show up on the audio because the bathroom blocks the audio from the camera. But she can hear it. Then goes up the stairs. And then Dylan's like listening again. And, obviously I just have Xana kind of slowly creeping up there. And then he's in there. I think he's already done killing them. And then she's like, hey, there's somebody here. And she's going down the stairs. Now Kohberger then starts chasing her. Down the stairs and then through the hallway over here. And then, something like, obviously, there's, you got to time it up differently. And mine's even slower than it would have been. Like, you can take out the time where I have them go to the bathroom and all that, so that they're fighting. And then he goes to the bathroom. Well, they made a point of pointing that out in the probable cause document. So that's probably where there's some, I think that's like somebody being stabbed, those two sounds there. So now Murphy's engaged, or whatever dog that is. Yeah. So you look at time up there, 4:17:20. Kohberger attacking Zan and Ethan, leaves out the slider. So that's what's all happening here. So I had a theory where she got up again. That's when he said, "Hey, it's okay. I'm here to help you." Yeah, so it's just kind of a representation of what's going on, you know. Who knows what the timing, you know. Nobody knows. We're not going to get to know. But look, he's out the door at 4:18 something. All right, so you got that one, and then the next one is... All right, so then on using this Insta360 here, like if you look at this one, right near the end, Kohberger would be coming out of down these stairs and then running out. I gotta hit pause in here. Probably if you go to like right there. And thanks for the gifted membership up there to well, it disappeared on me. Alan. I just was gonna put it on the screen. So anyways, he comes down these doesn't come down the stairs. He comes through the living room here. Dylan has that door open. You know, if we went back to this shot right here, that's a pretty good one. And so, like, she's looking at her door, and he kind of comes around this corner and then goes out the sliding glass door. All right? And, you know, if we were going to look at, you know, this one, again. Like, right in here.
Close.
So he comes running around
the
there
front
and comes
parking
up,
area where
like,
the
right here.
DoorDash
After he
driver
leaves
likes
and
to
gets in his vehicle right here. All right, and just now he's doing blood spatter mitigation, getting ready, you know, doing stuff. All right, and then let's what the next one is. Right here. Listen to this. So he got out of the house at 4:18, and he knows. Well, let's just play this. Hear that sound? I think that's the car door shutting, or the trunk. Listen, right here. The trunk closing. He's going around in his car. He's getting into his vehicle right now. And he's turning it on, and now he's going to hit the gas. He's got to get the hell out of there right now. And here he goes. Bing. Around the corner. And then he gets up here. Think what time it is. So it's been almost 3 minutes since he exited that house. And then up here he goes flying by up here. Alright, there you go. That's up there. Then, you know, if we think Kohberger planned this thing out, here's the police station right here. Right, where is it? Right there, right? So I have a time, you know, on Google Maps, it says 3 minutes. So if he left the house at 4:18, he knows he's got to be out of there by 4:21 or even like 4:20 and 30 seconds, you know, because a cop would be driving quicker. But he also knows that the cops are going to go on Highway 95 or turn left on Lauder Avenue or Taylor Avenue and then come over here and, you know, come in here, and it would take 2.5 minutes. Right? And he may have even driven out there and timed it himself. He may have went near the police station. You know, drove by it right here on Highway 95, which he did a million times. He may have driven from this direction, and right when he got here, he started a clock, and he drove up here, and he drove this way, and then he subtracted about 20 seconds or so for, you know, how long it would take for a cop to get there. You see? So he goes over there, and guess what Kohberger does? He speeds out of here at a high rate of speed, and he goes this way because cops aren't going that way. They are going to come in from this direction because the police station's here. They're not going to drive way down here, go all the way up like this. But that's where Kohberger's going. So he had to fly out of there quickly in case. So when he walked by Dylan, he may have seen Dylan. But he may have thought she called 911 already. So he's got to get the hell out of there. The dogs are barking. Somebody else might have called 911. He is gone. So but he valued the blood spatter mitigation tremendously. And that's why he took the extra 2 minutes at his vehicle regardless. And he put the, so he made sure he put all his bloody items and so forth, and he packaged them up, put them in his vehicle, and he took off at a high rate of speed. And that's why he was going so fast right there, because he knew his time was up. Because if 911 was called, they could be there any moment now because of how long he knows it takes them to get there. So he took off, boom, and then when he's right back here, he probably feels really safe. Because even a cop here, if they'd seen him moving up, they might have said, hey, tail that guy. But he's back here, they can't see him, and he's home free. And he may have even, which me and Amber speculated, when he was leaving, for a moment, just drove down right over here, stopped, looked over there, and saw, hey, there's no activity. And he had a pretty casual rest of the drive home. Everywhere, I think he went this way and around and some crazy routes back down in here like this, and then right through Blaine and came out right here at the same, right there to Highway 95. This is Highway 95 now, but it used to just be right there at that time. Anyways, what do you guys think of that? I think that is very likely, like something that's very possible. I am 100% certain, though, that he did not park in the back where everybody always said, oh, he parked way back there. Like he was like tucked in. It never made sense to me because it's hard to get out. You could get trapped in there. Like back here, he didn't park there. He parked right there where we've always said with a view of Madison Mogan's bedroom. All right, there you go. But it most likely is. Yeah, they. I mean, I don't know who if it's Murphy or not, but you know, everybody's saying whatever they're saying. I mean, I don't know. There's other people that say they have the same kind of dog and it barks just like that. Anyways, so when I make my video tomorrow, make sure to watch it and share it because. I love stuff like this because I think I proved where the car parked. And I think right after that he turns his light off too, like his lights aren't on. What it should have done on that one is if the headlights hit that building, it should have been at a different angle and then it would have taken another 6 seconds, but he only had 9 from when he left the camera at 13:30 and when the headlights hit the top of that building. And there's just no way that he could have driven back there. Impossible. You're wrong, Wangro. You're wrong. They didn't figure it out. I just did. I'm talking about what I just figured out. I figured out. I'm an idiot. Jesus, these people, their brains are... How does one get the student scholarship from you? Well, one doesn't say that they're applying, and you go out and we just view videos. It's on, what the hell's the name of it? That's one of the things. I always struggle with the damn, it's, hold on a second. Let me go to my email. I'm not sure why the name of that place never pops into my head. Oh, let's see. No, it starts with a B or something like that. Bold. Yeah, see, there you go. Bold.org. It's called the Fallen Freaks Scholarship. And it's already published. So you can't say, hey, Gray, I applied. I'm one of the freaks. As soon as you do that, you're disqualified. But if you go on there and you just apply and you do a video and whoever is reviewing them likes your, what you had to say and everything, then there you go. We don't allow written responses anymore because everybody was using AI. It was stupid. And way less people applied when it was video. It was funny. Yeah, it got torn down a long time ago. What are you talking about? Yeah, it was there for over a year. Of course you'd take it down. Yeah, I already answered, Lil D. Let's see. Master Technical Sleuth Freak. There you go. See, there you go. I use I. I don't know what that means. Yeah, so that's the scholarship fund, bull.org, called the Fallen Freaks Memorial Scholarship Fund. I guess I should have figured out a way to put, like, Gray Hughes Investigates in there, but I don't know. I suck at marketing. I just do my show and hope people like it. But don't have time for the fools, you know what I mean? Gray, they just have questions. No, there's people that like intentionally just don't try to think through anything and just sort of exist. Let's see. I'm not sure if I heard the sound correctly, but to me it sounds like a trunk. I already said that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Going to Idaho to see the house if it was still there. Well, it's not there. Yeah, it's not there. Just dirt. I just showed you a video, but it's not there. You see that? I was just there walking around where the house was. It's not there. So, but what I was saying was, when I was showing this, is look how easy it is to just
the front parking area.
Right here. You just step down. It's like the
DoorDash
simplest thing in the
driver
world to get down there. It's nothing. Right there it's steeper, a little steeper in other places, but like right along there it's pretty easy. See? Like right before there, and then that's the retaining wall that was in the back of the house. But this is how I would picture Kohberger's car parked, just like that. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been a long night. Not the, I mean, we did okay, just I don't have any mixed feelings. I think they should have torn that house down. With the technology that they have now, with the Faro scans, the photographs that were taken, the 3D model that they were using, if you can't get a feel for it, then you're an idiot. People just want to make it seem like it's an issue. It's really, I mean, they don't sit there on a downtown shooting and cordon off the crime scene until the trial. It's just stupid. You don't need to do it. It was a dangerous place. There was no reason for it. I don't agree with the Gonzalez's on that at all. All right, let's see. Great, the jury's got to be able to go to the crime scene. No, they don't. That's why they've been doing the Faro scans and everything for years. That's what they're for. They used to just have photographs. And yeah, thank you to Jessica Schubach, Allie Cake, Dixie Hippie. A lot of new shit tonight, though. Well, that was crazy. A new video, a new, new audio, video from Law and Crime. They got the body camera footage. I'm sure there's multiple other officers that also have body camera. Dixie Hippie, Ann Berlin, Linda Vivian. Then we had Ishii Says, Courtney Rose, Ann Berlin, Ishii Says again. These are all gifted membership. Lexi staff. Christina, new member. Lil D, cupcakes and sprinkles. Self-esteem, gifted one. Christina, Buffer. 01, new member. Love Boston, gifted one. Megs B, gifted one. Chris Doheny, I think, gifted one. Then Meeting, gifted one. Then I gifted 5. Then Linda Vivian. Then Alan McMahon, gifted one. Austin Huber. Jules 333. And Jeffrey Sidal, I think. But anyways, thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel, hanging out, watching. Definitely had some technical difficulties there. Maybe that one woman wasn't too far off. Probably like getting 6 months away. I'm gonna have to probably move up to the new generations of computers. I mean, this one's good. It's like what do I got here? Hold on. My computer is, oh, there it is. It said system. Can't you just type like about in here? And yeah, about your PC, right? Where is it? All right. So what do I got here? I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM, 12th generation Intel Core i9 12900. I mean, this is like even though this is pretty good still. I mean, and then graphics card is 12 gigabytes, and then I have a 3 terabyte like a standard drive, and I think a 2. I can't remember if that's one of the newer. Yeah, that's just the. Let's see. I can't remember now which one that is. But yeah, right there, 64 megabytes of RAM, 12th generation, 64-bit operating system. You know, so it should handle everything pretty well. But after a while, things just start going south. Well, thanks. Yeah, I try to put out accurate information and speculate reasonably off the information that we have. I am certain that the car parked right near Madison Mogan's bedroom first. And then I think it may have moved forward to have a really good getaway, and then got into the house probably at like 4:14-ish, made his way upstairs, and, I think it was like a 4-minute situation. And if you've been on this channel, I have videos that were 7 minutes long, and it was just way too long. Everybody's like, yeah, this will be over by now. Yeah, wow. And you're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, I think their time frame is very accurate. I think he was only in that house for 4 minutes or less. And I'd been sort of saying that. I think it was quicker than the 6 minutes or 7 minutes. So, I think 4 is absolutely reasonable. You know the video that I made? How long do you think that is? The animation. How long do you think that video is? And wasn't that reasonable? Like, you could even take away the time that he was in the bathroom. But how long do you think that was? I mean, I just want you guys to answer that. Like, the animation that I made, doesn't that feel reasonably accurate in length of time? God, if I could just get an answer to a question. I mean, you guys must be like 30 seconds behind. Hello? No, the one I just played you a minute ago on the screen. Look at this right here. This is the one. I'll play it again. Watch this thing, and you tell me if this doesn't seem like a reasonable amount of time. Okay, he walks down there. This is normal speed. Somebody just walking up the stairs. He's even kind of just lumbering up the stairs, kind of going in there slowly, right? Well, you're ridiculous, Travacado. So, anyways, he goes up here, and look, you've got they're on the bed, and he's attacking him, but he's up there for a long time. I mean, look how much time I'm having him up in this room. And here's Dylan down there, just kind of, and then Vanna's over here walking this direction. Okay, well you didn't see it. I'm playing it right now on the screen, Travelcado. So here it goes. Comes in here, looks out the sliding glass door. Now this video is 3 minutes and 26 seconds long. And I think it's completely reasonable. I mean, he's still upstairs attacking up on the 3rd floor. Then Xana goes, oh yeah, let me go check up there. And I even have her take 1,000,000 years to get up there. Like, she could already be up there. Oh, then she's up here walking around, slowly coming up the stairs. And then he ends up, then he's still attacking them. And, I think they would both not even be alive at this point. And, wasting time. Here's Dylan, and Xana's like creeping around, just barely up the stairs, listening. And then goes walking in there. And there he is. Because now he's done. He's killed both of them. And we are 1:30 into the video. Then he goes and he chases her down the stairs. I mean, just watch this in terms of just sort of like the overall timing and just like, like right there he's attacking Xana, right? And her and Xana, like she's trying to get out of the way. He's fighting, and they're still fighting. And I mean, I have her like punching too. I'm just, and then I have him like knocking her down once. And then look, I waste this ridiculous time where it's not even real. Like he sits in a chair. Like apparently that didn't happen. That Dateline said. So look, now he's cutting Ethan's legs and stuff. And then he goes, oh yeah, let me sit down. So trade out this time for more stabbing and more fighting. He's sitting in the chair. He's still stabbing and fighting. Forget this time. And then not only that, I have him go to the bathroom over here. So trade out that time where he's still in the room fighting and stabbing and fighting and stuff. And here's Dylan right here. And he's still in the room just wasting time. So trade out that time. Like there's still fighting going on. Right? I mean, can't you see it? I mean, it's just like crystal clear that this is easily way more than enough time. And then he comes out, and then she's like getting up again. This is where he says, hey, it's okay, I'm here to help you. And then he, she was actually found on her back, so that wasn't accurate either there. And then he leaves, right? He's done, and then he walks out. I just have him walking, he's not running. Walks right by Dylan's door here, and then goes out the slider. And that whole video is 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Doesn't that seem reasonable when you watch it? Now add 30 seconds for, something happened and he had to, make it 4 minutes. So I'm just telling you guys, I think, even my video, I went through very, very carefully, made it a continuous event. And it wasn't fast. And that was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And by the way, let's see what law enforcement said theirs was. They said, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Gosh, Gray, you don't know what the hell you're doing. See that right there? 3 minutes and 45. And guess what? It's only, that's part of that is going to the vehicle. So that means it's almost exactly my time. Like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Pretty crazy. So anyways, there you go, everybody. We are done with the show tonight. But I hope you see that this crime could have been committed in a short amount of time, just like they said. And I think they believe, too, that he went into the house at like 3:14 or 4:14 or 4:15. Right around that time frame. So boom, chakalaka. All right. I think I might have to use that. What I just showed you, I thought that was interesting. When that's being played, I'll say, you guys, look, this is even kind of slow here. Yeah, I did as good as I could with the information we had. Travelcado at the time. Sorry, I'm a little bit stressed out tonight. This is one of those nights where the channel should have done a lot better, but, we just kind of, we hung in there. We had a sort of a average, normally sort of night. Does your animation account for the amount of time in each room per the amount? Yeah, you just visualize it in your head, Trayvon. You don't have to, you want me to sit there? Yeah, of course. Just look at it. I just told you to use the time in the bathroom, the time he sat down, all of that. Law enforcement did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, right. And then I had, when he was up in Madison's room, he was going nuts up there, my animated character. So, anyways, thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys later. I appreciate it. And let me see if I missed anybody. Oh, also, thanks to Lisa earlier. Let's see. I think that's the same one, right? Just want to make sure. Somebody, Plunger sent me some. I think I've got, that's the one I have though, right? D2200. Yeah, I've got that. Thanks for sending it though. But hey, let's see. We only had one coffee tonight, if you can believe that, from Lisa Valenzuela. That's one of the worst coffee nights we've ever had. Then we had Lillian, and then Michelle on PayPal, and then a Venmo from TJ. That's it. Wow. That's wild. Anyways, thanks everybody. We will see you guys later. Hope you guys found the show interesting. And, you know, I think my theory is pretty sound there. But we'll see you guys later. And as I always say, and, you know, the sad part is I don't think anybody's going to watch the video when I make it tomorrow. Because it's not about the new photos and the new body camera, you know. That's the sad part. It'll probably get like 6 views. I guess I'll have to have a creative title or something. Screw the images. Look at this. That's the title. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you guys later. And be safe out there.
Yeah,
I'm going to put the coffee link in there if anybody wants to get me one at the end of the show.
During this whole time, I have not seen
there you go.
one
Right
person.
there, you guys. See if we can get something.
That is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grader's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his vector. With all respect, y'all. Just remember I'm a temple fucking check.
Well, thanks, Christina.
I
That was a nice
have
thing
no
to say.
agenda. I'm no pretender. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.
Be safe out there, freaks. And thanks, everybody, for supporting the channel tonight. We did have 3 different shows. I don't know, 3. I did a live earlier, then a secondary show, and then a third. I don't even remember. Too many of them. Yeah, we had to start over again. But anyways, thanks, everybody. See you guys later. Peace.